Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. A re-review today because I thought I'd review it. Today's a day where it deserves something special. So, Titanic's Plum Porter Grand Reserve, 6.5% Plum Porter, and probably the best one on the market. Now, today also was a day when my ex-work colleague went down to Warwickshire to attend the burial of of my ex-boss who died, who only left work 2.5 months ago, and he died of a heart attack. And you know, really sad, really. I mean, I wouldn't say he was the greatest boss in the world, but then again, my old job, there was a lot, you know, there was issues there, and obviously issues that I don't know about. And you know, your 60s, we all want to be living a lot longer than our 60s. You don't want to retire from work and cop it, you know. You want to go on from there and live a long life, you know, and live to your 80s or 90s. So cheers to John. Hopefully he'll find peace in heaven. Died of a heart attack, so you know, it really brings it home to you, you know, what's out there and how frightening, you know, the world can be, you know. I mean, to leave work, he was going to go on to a new job, and it was always fine with me. Helped me come back into gardening. You know, there's 2 or 3 people there in my whole job who helped me stay there actually, but helped bring me back into gardening, you know, after 5 years away. And you know, sad. Right, so beautiful plum on the nose. This is exactly the sort of beer that, you know, when someone says to you a plum flavoured beer, this to me is exactly how it should be, and really how I wanted my strawberry stout to be. The aroma, it's got bags of plum flavour. It's not subtle, it's in your face plum. And you know, a lot of people who like fruit beers want it in their face. You know, if something's a strawberry beer, you don't want it in, you know, that far in the background that you can't bloody taste it, you know. And what it's also got is strength, 6.5%. Oh, quality strength. Oh dear. Their normal plum porter's nice, but 6.5%. Oh dear. And I don't know if you can hear in the background, well, you can hear them 2 bubbling away in the background, but it's absolutely pissing it down again. Jesus Christ, what has happened to the weather in this country? It just seems to be rain, rain and more bloody rain. Is it, you know, is this the mood of the country? Because we're all fed up to the back teeth of anything Brexit related. I mean, everybody who voted, whether you voted Leave or Remain, you must, you know, it's like the country's in limbo. Companies are going to the wall because nobody can, you know, move on. People aren't booking holidays, or there's less holidays being booked because people are scared about going abroad. I mean, look what's just happened to Thomas Cook. Now, you're not telling me that the government couldn't have bailed him out, because by the time they brought all these people home and repaid all the money for the holidays, you're not telling me that ain't going to be close to the 200 million they needed to survive, you know. And they could have survived, restructured, and there wouldn't have been any of this rubbish that you're seeing at the moment with people being held ransom and that, and all these people have lost their jobs, you know, you know, and then the fallout from that, where hotels go bankrupt, travel firms go on because they've lost it. I mean, in the end, it'll all turn around and somebody else will take their place, as always does. But you know, sometimes, obviously, they did it with the banks. Yeah, money, 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 money. All about the plum. It says it's port infused. So, does the port increase the flavour? You know, I'd love to. And one of these days, I'm going to go on there a brewery tour. It's 15 quid to go on their tour, 3 pints of beer included. So you know that's worth 4 quid each. So basically, you know, you're getting 3 pints of beer. The tour's really a freebie, isn't it? And the only problem is, it's all the way in Burslem near Stoke, which means if I was going to go that far, I'd have to get doing overnight stops because obviously you won't be able to drive afterwards, or get the wife to come with me and not to drink, and I'll have her 3 pints. Hey, there's a plan there, isn't there? Oh, absolutely love it. That's £6.95 for this bottle. It's obviously a large bottle. You know, it's is it 750? Yeah. So it's basically a bottle and a half. You know, so it's still pricey. You know, it is pricey for what it is. Cause it is only 6.5%. So I'd love them to bring a 500ml bottle out and get it on the shops. You know, at a price which was more reasonable, shall we say. But if they're selling it at that price and making good money off it, you know, it don't take a fool, does it? You know, you're going to keep doing that, aren't you? But when you get something like King Goblin, which is probably my #1 beer, and that's a 6.6%, and that's only like £1.75, £1.85, something like that, then surely they could bring it out a bit cheaper. But saying that, I can't fault the beer. It's absolutely bang on. So dark in colour, black in colour, off-white head, bloody weather. Oh, I've still got a fair bit to go. We'll enjoy it together. So I went to this Titanic Brewery one day. We were going down. We were doing a stopover. We did three theme parks, three days at the theme park, 2 nights stopping over at theme park hotels, and I also went to Burslem to pick up these on a ridiculously hot day as well. Went and got a load of beers. You know, it is worth visiting breweries just to get the beers that you can't get on the shelves, you can't get in supermarkets, you know. They even had a bucket by the door with £1.50 beers. Beers that have been in crates where, you know, obviously crates smash and there's bits of glass on them, so you have to be careful and watch that, the glass. And or the label's been scuffed, you know, there's always reasons, or they're out of date, you know. I don't believe they would be out of date, actually. I think it's just where they've been scuffed. But, you know, you could go in and get some good cheap bargains there. They've also got their gin as well. So, and then there's t-shirts, clothing there. You know, if you're a big beer fan, and I'm a big beer fan, but I'm a type leader, you know. And I'm poor, so I don't. I try not to, you know. I mean, I spent over 50 quid this weekend on beers, and tonight I'm contemplating buying a couple of kits for Christmas, a couple of special kits. Been looking tonight, and I like to read reviews, because on beer kits people post honest reviews. If it's crap, they'll tell you it's crap. If it's good, you know, they'll tell you it's good. And flavour. And someone's put down that Burton Bridge, they do on creativewinemaking.com, they do a load of beer kits, and one's a Damson Porter. It doesn't say Damson Porter, it just says Porter, but in the reviews it says it's a Damson Porter, and that to me is very similar to Poacher's Choice or Cranbourne Poacher from Badger. as it is now. And I thought, oh, that sounds interesting. But I'm also looking, I want a nice wine kit for Christmas, a Barola. Beaverdale do a fantastic Barola. 39 quid at lovebrewing.com. Plus you can use PayPal to buy it, which is good for me. So I'm interested in that. And now's the time to brew it, because, you know, at this time of the year, all beers and wine kits take anything from 2 to 3 weeks to properly ferment, and, you know, and then you need to leave it a month or two to get the best out of it. So now's the time, you know, on the run up to Christmas. And I'm thinking a nice Barola kit, or Nebbiolo as they call it, because obviously I think I can't use the Barola name. So I'm thinking about that, using that. So Beaverdale, the Barola and the Nebbiolo kit for the red wine, lovely kit, 39 quid, don't break the bank. You know, for me the best kit would be an Amarone kit. That is a really top quality. Although there's actually a Chateau Neuf kit, Chateau Neuf in the shops. It's not called Chateau Neuf on the site, but Chateau Neuf, you know, you don't get that below £10 a bottle. So I might even go for that. Chateau d'Ivoire, I think they call it. You know, to stop it getting any issues with, you know, trademarks. But also on the beer kit side of things, Bulldog, who I love their beer kits, you know, and their cider kits. I've done a lot of their cider kits. The toffee apple cider kit is brilliant. I certainly make a Parma Violet cider kit, and I'm still waiting for them to make a ginger beer cider kit. You know, I must post on their website, see if they're going to do any more new kits, because they seem to have gone a bit quiet. This, you know, they've got a range of kits out, but they've gone a bit quiet. But they've got a kit called Bad Cat, and it's like an Imperial. Anything that says Imperial is high strength. And on the kit, on the front of the kit, it says make 7.5%, which is good. You know, that's a good strength. Evil Dog, they also do Evil Dog, that makes 7.1%. And Evil Dog, when I tasted that, when you let it ferment for a few months, bloody hell, it goes up like 8.5%, 9%. Well, this Imperial, Bad Cat Imperial, it's like a red ale or ruby red. I read the reviews on different websites, anything up to nearly 10%, you know, so we're talking decent, you know, 1 pint and you're on your way. And I don't mind that, you know, it's cheap now. And especially if you're doing 40 pints of it, you know, that's like, whoa, proper decent stuff, you know. The only problem is you get used to it, and then you can start drinking 3 or 4 pints. And then you're battered the next morning when you wake up. But anyway, yeah, that's the plans. I want to do a few more spirits. I've got the vodka, or distilled spirit, in the background. And I'm thinking of doing, for the winter months, I want to do a cherry bourbon, a honey bourbon, I love them, brilliant. And maybe a strong coconut rum. I love Malibu, but it's not strong enough. Malibu at 20%. I want a Malibu Black, which is Malibu with a dark rum added to it, Caribbean rum, and it's 35%. You can't get it very much in England, you know, you struggle. You used to be able to get it at Birmingham Airport on the way out, but the miserable people won't let you buy it unless you go into a certain country, which is absolute bollocks, but you know, that's that, isn't it? And that's my plans. Anyway, back to this beer. Still got this, and there's still a bit more in the bottle. Is that it? So, this to me is one of the... It hasn't got the complexities of King Goblin, but as a fruit beer, it's probably the best fruit beer out there, bar none. Fruity is a fantastic fruit beer. This tops it. And Fruity, I mean, I did 2 reviews on Fruity. The first review, it was outstanding. The second review, not as good. I was a bit, you know. This is equally as good as the first review. The first review I did in the warmth of summer. Now we're in autumn, you know. It feels like that bloody winter outside, pissing down. But now we're in autumn, and this, it's a lot cooler, but still, The aroma's fantastic, you know. I'd love to emulate this in a homebrew. Any, you know, if you watch this review and you know you're in touch with any of your any homebrew kit people, get them to make a plum porter kit. This is massively popular. St. Peter's do a plum porter, Titanic do 2 plum porters, and there are several more plum porters around the country. Blue Monkey do a plum stout, which I haven't tasted yet, but I bloody will do. I shall be getting a bottle for review purposes soon. It's heaven in a bottle, I've got to say. I'm not feeling the 6.5%, although it is hitting me. And I do apologise for the length of the review, but you know, obviously discussions as well about homebrew projects. But this is quality, you know. I love Titanic. They do some absolute bang-on beers. And these Grand Reserves, if they did Grand Reserves of their Cherry Dark, their Cappuccino Stout, you know, they would sell. And if anybody from Titanic watches, because I know people watch reviews, you know, gift box sets with every single one, just one of each of your beers, you know, because some people just want to taste every single beer you've got, and you'll appeal to the mass market. Bring out a box set of 12 beers, 12 different beers in that box set, 30 quid, chuck one of these babies in, Titanic Plum Porter Grand Reserve, as like a Christmas box, you know, or even an advent calendar. Wow, a Titanic advent calendar with as many different beers as you can get, even seasonal beers in that box. Oh, you know, for Christmas I would definitely buy one of them. So to break it down, lovely dark colour, close to black, you know, purpley black, off-white head, massive purple plum on the aroma, plum on the taste, and it is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. The best fruit flavoured beer by far on the market. A top 10 beer review all day long, in my, you know, viewpoint anyway. Absolutely love it. For me, £6.95, yeah, it is a steep price, you know. I won't, you know, I'm a tight bleeder and £6.95 is a pricey, but if you love the normal plum porter, you've got to go for it, you know. If they sold that in the likes of Morrison's and Tesco's and Sainsbury's, you know, etc., it would probably sell at about £4 a bottle, you know, which, you know, for that size bottle as a Christmas box present, whoa, yeah, it'd be worth it. About time bloody Morrison's and the rest of them got onto that, you know, because that to me is ideal Christmas present stuff. So out of 5, again, close to number 1 status. I'm going to give it a 4.71 out of 5. You know, got to be careful now, because obviously when beers come out, you know, it's getting, as you get anywhere near the top, it gets closer. Nothing's reached 4.8 yet, but King Goblin did reach 4.75, I think. Yeah, absolutely amazing beer. If you've never tasted it before, buy it while you can, you know. If you ever see it on draft, bloody hell, get a bottle of it, you know, get a pint of it rather. And yeah, fantastic, well worth the money. Thanks for watching, see you soon. 20 minutes as well, Jesus Christ.